All right, welcome back to the Social Made Simple show. This is episode 6. I'm your host, MC Man with a Plan, Ryan Chiasson, and today I'm joined by one of Social Made Simple's content specialists, Trevor Cooper. Trevor, thanks for coming on the show today. Last week we had Matt on as one of the content leads. So I'm definitely excited to kind of get into, what was my former role at Social Made Simple, being a content specialist before hopping into this. But I am excited just to kind of to differentiate the two positions between, a content lead and a content specialist. Before we do that, I would love to kind of get more of a background on you, where you went to school, how you started at Social Made Simple, and how everything came to be.
All right. So I originally from Connecticut, grew up there my whole life, went to boarding school in Avon, Connecticut. And then from there went out west for school and college. I went to University of Colorado Boulder, big skier. So it was a big reason that I went out there. Then I got an internship in social media there and then kind of made my way back east where my parents lived and got into the SMS gang.
I know that our whole company has been remote at this point. What would you say has been the perks about being at home, the disadvantages, even just your opinion on it?
Honestly, I love working from home. It's probably my ideal situation. I think I've always really liked that. My internship all through college and I guess a little bit after college before this job, it was all remote. So I kind of was used to it and really liked it. Before I just moved in to a new place, so I was by myself for a while. So that's a little tough, I think, working remote when you're just kind of isolated and can't do much. But after having stuff, it's absolutely ideal. Absolutely love it.
I hear that. I feel like I go back and forth. I feel like there's some days where I'm like, wow, I'm really grateful that SMS allows us to work from home. But I think there's those days that being able to differentiate your space, like being able to differentiate your kitchen table, your desk, your bedroom from being a workspace, whether or not you have an office space when you're working from home. So but there's definitely some perks to it for sure.
Yeah, my last place, it was like a studio apartment, so a lot of the work, my office was in my living room, and it was a tough situation to separate your work life from personal, I guess, in there.
So with being a content specialist at Social Made Simple, what were even your first impressions of starting at the company before we get into, your day-to-day responsibilities?
So when I first got to SMS, it was definitely different than we are now. I think it was just kind of we were just growing so fast, which is awesome. But it was just kind of a different pace from when I started. But yeah, it's changed a lot. And I think it's gotten a lot better since I've been here. But yeah. I think that's really it. I think that it's just really changed. It's been crazy.
Yeah. No, I think even it's been, I want to say, a year and 2 months now since I started with the company, and then you've been here for a little longer than that. So I mean, even the months that I wasn't there when you were there, and then coming on with last summer was huge for us. Just in terms of growth, the number of accounts that were coming on each week. It is very, I don't even know what the word is, crazy, I guess, in a sense that, just going at scale with the number of customer accounts and the number of different accounts and businesses that have come on since then. It's awesome. But I think there's always something, on our plates, but it's also good because I feel like it keeps the gears turning at SMS to make sure that we're, pushing the envelope in all directions.
Yeah. Just seeing from where we started and everything, it's just been, it's fun to see where we're going, where everything's happening. So it's cool.
Yeah. So like I said before, we had Matt on the show last week, and we kind of talked about some of the more content lead specific things, and Matt and I had started at the same time, and we both were just like, who are these people, these content specialists that we're now a part of? So how would you describe, your day to day, and how would you kind of differentiate yourself from the lead position versus your position?
Well, so our days really are different. You have to look at it for our Monday is completely different than the rest of the 4 days of the week. So usually we do Monday as our curation day. So we do a lot of research and just find what's going on in the trends in social media and just try to curate from there. And that's our day to put everything in the library and just get it ready for the week. And
Mm-hmm.
then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are usually just our scheduling days. So that's just a lot of writing, promotional content, advertisements for our clients, and also just scheduling out all their stuff, all their content for the week on whether it be Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and any of those. We schedule it for the month, and yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Absolutely. So, for the scheduling days, all of you kind of work more so out of the platform than say like on like a curation day. Um, how would you say that you're able to use the platform like to your advantage at scale with just the number of accounts that you have?
Well, I think just like I was saying, how everything, which since when I started, it's a lot easier now with the technology that we have to get everything to scale. There's so much, so many different like things in the platform that we can utilize to make everything at scale and actually make it easier for ourselves. Yeah, I was going to say just having multiple accounts and being able to put them all out with great content it's I don't know, it's easy with the technology and the platform that we have.
Would you say are some of the most important things when, posting and even curating organic content?
Yeah, so first, like just like I was saying, so the Mondays are curation day. So usually you try to see what our, I think the biggest thing, just trying to see what your target audience is. So we see what counts are affected with the curation, and then just go from there, seeing how their audience like what their audience likes, see the tone that you like for their audience. And I think that's really the biggest thing, just finding out what they want to hear. It's not going to be easy to get engagement if people can't relate or can't really read it and enjoy it. So I think that's one big thing. Yeah, and then also another huge thing is the timing of when to put those posts out. And
Mhm.
over the past couple of years, we've compiled a ton of data and a ton of stuff. So our platform actually does that for us, which is so cool, and that's takes a lot out of the guessing and stuff. So it's a cool to see that.
Yeah, I still remember being in the conference room from the old office, and Corey was doing the walkthrough of the platform for me and Matt. And I was just like totally thrown back, just like the different features and the different parameters in the platform. Because like before I came to SMS, I was doing a lot of like freelance social media management using like Hootsuite, Buffer, Later, any of those like, pretty easy to license to use platforms for social media management. But then going into our platform and just seeing, this is the Facebook data that we've been able to compile. And then once the account is in there, we're able to just, auto schedule based on, their account and the data that we've gathered and the data that they've gathered from their page. I was like,
Yeah, so my
oh,
my major in college is data analytics, and the big thing for my last job, social media, was just compiling the data ourselves and putting it into Excel sheets and doing all that type of stuff to see it. But it's so cool how our platform does it and just does it in a second. So it's definitely a lot easier for us.
yeah, no, absolutely. So you also have another guest in your room right now that used to be around the office and provide a lot of smiles. I don't know if he wants to make a camera appearance right now, but I mean, I feel like I have to try.
This is Fartley. Who's that? He does not want to be on camera right now.
It's okay. We all get a little camera shy from time to time. So another thing that I know that you do at Social Made Simple, and I think, one of the great things about SMS is that, we're all able to really have our hand in different areas of the company, be it side projects, having different responsibilities that are just different from the day to day and the norm of, what our role is. Trevor actually started our newsletter and started the initiative to get it kicked off. So definitely want to just give you a plug there to talk about it, what made you want to start it and what value you think it adds to, our customer base and trying to reach new clients.
So I've been super interested in email marketing for a long time. I think that was when I first got to the company. I was something I talked to Corey about a lot. I said I really want to get into the email marketing and see what that has to do. And the newsletter isn't a advertisement really or anything. It's really just a informational newsletter about what we're doing, what's going on, and it's really just to tell clients, potential clients, just anyone that has any interest in us, just what's really going on And it's cool because I think it adds value, just because if anyone's interested in the sales cycle or anything like that, they see it and it kind of gives them a little bit of a picture of what's going on and if they maybe could fit in with our company. So I think it's kind of cool. It's cool how you can, I don't know, it's been awesome.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think there's a lot of value there, just specifically coming from a standpoint of, the customer base that, we already are able to get a glimpse into, what we're working on. And it's not just, hey, we're Social Made Simple. We're, a vendor that you utilize for your social media marketing and advertising efforts. It's like, hey, we're people too. We're humans. There's faces behind, the services that we provide. And I think it's really cool that, they're able to see, any of the new features that we have, any new services that we're providing, any new promotions that we're offering. And I feel like it provides that human connection that they're like, this is a company that we partnered with, but, these are also people that I can, learn about from the company and learn more about them and what they do. So I think it's awesome. But even just from a sales perspective, we've definitely seen a lot of leads come through with the newsletter and just getting, a lot more brand awareness from companies that may not have always viewed, our typical sales cycle or just doing our typical day-to-day, just being in the sales and business development side of things.
Definitely. Yeah, it's cool to fruition and actually be successful. So it's kind of a cool feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I have to say this, that Trevor is an Eagles fan, and I don't really like him for it, but I still like him as a person and as a coworker. What are you excited for with the NFL season starting last night? Are you excited about fantasy football? Are you excited about the season? Are you nervous about the season?
I don't know. I think this is going to be a crazy season. I'm super excited. I don't know. I think the Eagles are going to be good, but I don't want to speak too soon. Got Miles Sanders, who's going to be killing it for us. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm honestly looking forward to seeing the Buccaneers play this year with Gronk and Tom Brady and stuff. I think it'll be cool to see that.
I feel like it's going to be hard to watch him in a different uniform. And of course, everyone that watches this, if you didn't know, Social Made Simple is based out of Boston, Massachusetts. So the majority of us are New England Patriots fans, and you can absolutely hate on us for it, but it's fine. It's okay. We got 6 rings to back it up. Just saying. To kind of go back into the more like content specialist specific stuff, what would you say is, some of like your favorite things about the job?
Honestly, I love just having the creativity to make content. I don't know. It's really cool to be able to make something that someone actually enjoys, especially because a lot of the concierge accounts that we have now, we're creating graphics for them. It's really fun to be able to get into graphics and also do their contents. And if they're happy with it, it's even better. It's really an awesome feeling when the client's super happy with a piece of content that you've worked hard on. So I think that's honestly my favorite part of the job.
Yeah. And which programs are you guys working out of right now in terms of content creation?
Usually we do Canva. That's like the big customization for graphics, and it's actually super easy, and it's really been helpful. I think we do that for a lot of our social media too, so it's been good.
Yeah, no, yeah, especially with, I think it's crazy how, we've really tried to make, almost like a triple threat effort with our social media going forward now, with doing these shows, doing the content through the platform, doing, a lot more creation with our content as a whole. So it's definitely been great to see on that respect. To kind of wrap things up, where would you like to see Social Made Simple in the next, couple years, 5 years, let's say, just in terms of even like your position, where you like to see the company as a whole? Any thoughts there?
I think that in the next couple of years, it'd be fun to see us get into a bunch more franchises. So we have, owned. It'd be cool to see teams based off of franchises. So we would have maybe it'd be tough. It's tough to actually see, but I think that it would be super helpful to have just like multiple teams that are specifically focused on one franchise or multiple concierge accounts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so basically like designated teams for like multi-location. Yeah, that would be pretty crazy. Yeah, no, I think it's exciting, that more franchises are partnering with us. And, I think I've talked about it with like a handful of people at the company. It'd be great to see Social Made Simple as, a big player when it comes to being, a social media marketing vendor for the franchise world.
Definitely.
So super exciting. But I think that's all the time we have for today. Until next time, be sure to check us out at SocialMadeSimple.com and follow us on our different social channels. But until then, thanks again for today, Trevor, and we will see you guys next time.
See you guys later.